Welcome back to Boxing with the Mandem. Toks is here. Don't know.
Big up.
Big up, bud. I don't know. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's emotional, cuz.
I can't believe I'm doing this episode. So for months I've been saying Spence, man down, everything. And yeah, you got stopped in the 9th round.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, he got washed. He got washed. It was really fish and grill time. You know what it is, yeah? Spence is a very good fighter. He's a very, very good fighter. But I remember my coach, I remember myself when we first saw Crawford, when he took the title off Ricky Burns, and then I see him against Gamboa, I was like, this guy's special. Like I said, with Crawford and all the greats, what makes a great fighter isn't that you can knock a man out in like 2 rounds or that you're defeating your opponents. It's the fact that you can adapt. And his adaptability game is crazy. He didn't beat Spence purely off of, I'm just a better boxer. He took away man's jab. He realized that man kept his... I mean, the commentators were saying it, but even without the commentary being as obvious as it was evidently clear that Spence kept his rear guard very low. And Crawford kept catching him for that. Crawford took away Spence's jab. Every time Spence got close enough to press Crawford, Crawford will hold him and then swivel off him and push him back on the ropes. Crawford used, a mixture of foot movement as well as staying in the pocket. So, he'll get an angle that he likes, bang him off that angle with a jab, and then as soon as Spence wants to start getting busy, he'll let Spence get busy knowing that Spence ain't going to do nothing. And literally, it was the case that Spence wasn't going to do anything. He knew that Spence was going to go to the body. Spence, like I said, for me, Spence is an excellent fighter, very, very good fighter, one of the best I've seen. But like I said, with fighters like Spence, if you've only got one game plan, I already have an image of how to beat you. I'm not even speaking as a fighter. I'm just speaking as you fight this way, you always fight this way. I can plot on me fighting you this way. And I feel like at some point where Crawford knew that was the big fish, I feel like Crawford and his team have been studying Spence for the longest and their homework paid off, because honestly, as good as Spence is, this guy broke him down. And it's not purely because he's just a better fighter. Yep. It's literally a case of this was science that you saw. You saw a scientist applying, chemistry to the lab class. He was like, all right, my man fights like this. I'm going to take away his jab. I'm going to take away his body shots. I'm going to go to his body. I'm going to hit him with hooks, lead hooks, check hooks, and I'm going to jab him with a forceful jab. Like Crawford said it, and you can see it. He was like, I'm not going to do pepper jabs. Pepper jabs don't work on a guy like Spence. Spence's chin's too strong. He's too resilient. He's got too much belief. But a strong jab, fuck the belief. A strong jab in your face, whether you believe or don't believe, I'm hurting you. And that's what happened to Spence's face.
Yep. Boy.
Battered him. Like COD.
I ain't got a lot to say. I'm not even going to lie to you, because I didn't see it going this way. Even if Terence Crawford was going to win in my imagination, it wouldn't have been to the style and level. And it just showed the huge skill gap between them. Like, I've watched Spence since the Olympics when he came to Stratford, London Olympics, and I was like, this guy's special. And he continued, and then I think it was like one of the few Mandem that you saw like go to the quarterfinals, and that was a hard Olympics. Only a few people won it. Like, it wasn't, and a few have actually gone on to win world titles despite not winning an Olympic medal. And seeing that, okay, yeah, he's gone through the accidents, and then when you kind of looked at the throwbacks, I was like, you know what, Errol Spence has looked out of shape, but I just thought, you know what, the fight against Danny Garcia after that accident, fighting Ugas, all of these fighters are thinking, okay, cool, we've got Errol Spence back. Now, when I watched that fight, and I'm not making any excuses for Errol Spence, I'm just doing it from more observations, man. It's like he wasn't ready. That's how good Terence Crawford was. Like, it felt like he wasn't ready. It's like, this is a fight too early for you. Like, you're not at the skill gap the same way it was with Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. It was like, you're just not ready for this level. This is high level, full on adaptable boxing. Like, you have to change everything. And I remember you saying in the last episode where you were saying, yeah, Errol Spence has his one style, but that one style has worked, and it's worked very well because it's come up against different styles, southpaws, pressure fighters, different types of welterweights. You know what I mean?
He hasn't though.
Well, all the
he hasn't fought a boxer.
You want to say, what's it? Not Ryan Garcia.
Mikey
Garcia.
He's a pressure fighter.
But he's not a boxer.
No. He's a pressure fighter. He's always been a pressure fighter.
So none of
Mikey's a high guard. I walk you down and follow you. If you watch that fight against Mikey, he was a pressure fighter. Spence pressured him as well, but occasionally Spence was like, I'll dance around you. That's when you see Spence get on his feet because he can against Mikey. The way to beat Mikey is to box him, really. Yeah. And Spence utilised a little bit of boxing because he was like, look, this guy pressures more than...
to be a very good boxer.
Yeah. This guy pressures more than I do, so let me box him. But he hasn't had a guy that's bread and... Because Spence's bread and butter isn't boxing, and Mikey's bread and butter isn't boxing. I'm talking about Spence hasn't fought a guy whose bread and butter is boxing. Crawford's bread and butter is boxing, and he's a counter puncher with it. So Spence has never faced a fighter like... And likewise... To be honest, Crawford hasn't faced anyone like Spence. Yeah. But what Crawford does to the fighter, this is what I kept reiterating, is he takes away from you. So the game with Crawford isn't, oh, this is your style. Crawford's thing is, what do you like to do? Let me get rid of that and let me see what your weakness is. Crawford's very good at picking up weaknesses. The minute he starts getting the weaknesses, he starts picking at them. There was a point in that fight,
in Dongo fight.
Yeah.
He just kept on hitting the body. Trimming it like
and then when the other fighter, what's his name? The other fighter from Louisiana facing Dangu, he just done the same thing that Crawford done because Crawford showed him the way. Oh, hit him in the body, he don't like it, goes down. Rigo's Progress done it and he done it quicker. Why? Because Crawford showed him the way. But like even in that fight, Crawford had pity on Spence. I could tell Crawford was letting it run a little bit longer than it needed to. There was a point where Crawford was just like, let me just enjoy this, bro. There was a point where he could have just done Spence in from a couple rounds.
Spence had power.
Spence does have power.
I think with Crawford, like if they fight again, which I don't think is likely, because I've always said if it was the other way around, I would have never seen Crawford trying to come back from that. It's just one of those beatings that, for me, you see like with the Usyk one and Joshua, you can still see where Joshua there's a chance Joshua can win.
Split decision.
This is
a beating. 9 rounds.
I got your number.
Yeah, I got your number. In fact, the second time will be worse.
Yeah.
Because the first time I respected you.
Yeah.
The second time I won't respect you.
I know you're going for the money. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. You're going to get an easy payday.
Exactly.
You're going to get...
We're going to make this quick. I got things to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't see the rematch happen, but if it does happen,
he's going to beat him again, 154,
That was, even at 154.
He'll beat him. It'll be worse because I feel like Crawford carries power. It's never been a weight thing. They have to say that for promotional reasons, innit? It's to so market the fight and keep the fighter looking prestige. Like I feel like
it's a skill gap.
Yeah, it's a skill gap. Huge. I feel like Crawford in that fight proved he's the best fighter. Like Inoue is an excellent fighter. I was remember when people were talking about what's that other one? The other one I'm not a fan of him, but he's a good fighter. But what's his name? The I think it was Nicaraguan, the short guy. Roman Gonzalez. Yeah, Chocolatito. People were screaming his name. I was one of the first that was like, listen, Chocolatito ain't got nothing on Inoue. Inoue is levels above him. Right. And I'm screaming that Crawford was the Inoue before Inoue got there. Yeah. But Crawford even more so because right now, Inoue won against Fulton. I'll be real with you, I've never heard of Fulton before in my life. So when people were gassing it, I was like... Who's gonna beat him? I don't know what you look like. Sometimes you let the promoters gash you up. Sometimes, and sometimes it's a case of stop listening to promoters, guys. Use your eyes. Your eyes are better than the belts. Your eyes are better than the promoters. Your eyes. The eye test is the best test. Yeah. More time the eye test works, and the eye test with me with Crawford is like he's looking like the best fighter right now. When I'm watching boxing now, I'm getting to that point where I watch like the only fighter I don't miss their fights is Crawford because I'm just like this is the modern way of boxing. Yeah. This is. Total, back in the day when Barcelona were doing total football, this is total boxing. Yeah, man's got it all patterned. Yeah. If you come in on me, I'm gonna batter you. If you want to run, I'm gonna batter you. If you want to do whatever you do, I
think Errol Spence had some success at the 3rd round.
He hardly even touched the guy. The guy, like, you know what it is? Crawford took more risks against Porter and the first fight he had at welterweight against Benavides. He took more risk than them fights. I'll be real with you. This fight, he was really defensively minded. Yep. He didn't want to take because he respected him. Yeah. And in that respect, he let it go 9. I for sure know from him knocking him down in the 2nd round, if they meet again, it's not going 6, bro. Yeah. It's not going, because the only reason why it went 9 is because he was more so, look, I want to put on a clinical performance. If he does what he done against Benavides or against Port I reckon he stops him quicker. Because I just feel like it's a style thing. It's not that Spencer's not that good or Spencer's got a weak chin or anything like that. I just feel like the style that Spence fights, you're because you're a pressure fighter naturally, for a counter puncher, they love you.
Yeah.
You're always coming forward. You're always throwing that jab. You don't hide the jab. Spence has no head movement. We all know that. Derek James came out and said, you don't need head movement if you got height. Now we see why you need head movement. Yeah, at the lowest levels or fighting guys that I can beat up, I don't need no head movement. Of course, clearly not. But the skill game, like you said, the gap in skill is there because Crawford's looking at games like things like that and he's saying, this guy don't have no head movement. He's going to be there. Bang. You're going to be there, bro. Bang. You're going to be there. Jab, jab. You're going to be there. You don't move your head. So I feel like Spence is definitely going to lose again if they fight again. I feel like Spence is going to go up to 154 and he's going to collect a belt. I feel like Charlie's going to let the belt scatter after he gets whooped by Canelo. And the belt's going to scatter. He's going to grab a belt and he's going to just, chill at 154, have a little career, make his money. Spence is about his P's. Whereas Crawford now, to be honest with you, I'd love to see him against Ennis. I'd love to see that. I think he washes Ennis, but what I think don't matter. I need to see it. I think I'd like to see Ennis fight maybe one of the former champions like Porter. Obviously Porter's retired, or Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia's gone 154. But I'd like to see Ennis fight somebody first, then Spence, but where I know Spence already is going to go up 154, they're not going to let that happen. So I wouldn't mind him fighting Crawford. But my personal take is that Crawford needs to fight Canelo. I know people are going to look at me, Canelo's super. I don't care. I don't care.
Wishful thinking.
It's not wishful. Listen, this Canelo guy got beat by Mayweather at one point. This Canelo guy's fighting a 154 pounder. Why can't he come and see Crawford? Crawford will give him a better fight than
It'll be a great fight.
He'll give him a better fight than Callum Smith and all these boys. Like now, what boxing's gonna do for you now? It's gonna show you why pound for pound is important. Pound for pound right now is becoming more important than the belts.
Yep.
I'm screaming right now. Crawford's shown you that. He went 3 weight classes, unified 2. And now it's like, all right, cool. It's not about weight no more.
The linear one too as well.
It's not about weight no more. To be honest, and I know this is going to sound mad. And Tyson Fury said this, and I know people hate him, boo, 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 ha, ha, ha. But he says, you get me, a broken clock's right twice. So he said this. He goes, the other divisions were created just to protect you from the heavyweight. Big man thing, I'll be real with you. All them other divisions, super middle, lightweight, light welter, it's just to protect all the other fighters from the heavyweight. Because the heavyweight boxers are just so much heavier. But if you're to rubbish all of that, mum's life, Crawford will be still top 5. That's how deep I'm getting the game with it right now with you lot. I'm screaming, the skill level is that, the class gap is that big right now, bruv. He made a number 1 welterweight, who was a pound for pound welterweight, look pedestrian. Pedestrian. He made, I like he made Spence look pedestrian.
Spence was in the fight.
He did. You even look at that Spence like, Spence, man, come on, bro.
Like I said,
wasn't even in the
if
fight.
I put my conspiracy hat on,
did he throw the fight?
You'll start thinking, did he throw the fight?
He got this, bro.
That's how bad it was.
If anyone watches that fight, it was that bad.
Yeah, this was Ruiz AJ level. Like nobody could have predicted it.
He really took away everything. Spence, the first round, Spence was landing that jab. The second round, he never landed that jab again. He never landed it again. Spence never had any good shots. Like I think he had like one. I think you said it in the third. He had like maybe one hook, one hook that they caught it. But I think was it the fourth that he just hit with an uppercut that I didn't even see. He hit for the uppercut. My man fell. I was like, I've never seen Spence.
Even came out,
Bob, I've never seen Spence on the floor. His whole career, even in the amateurs.
Yeah, this year has been full of surprises when it comes to boxing. Honestly, this week has been phenomenal. I think what we'll leave on is the whole pound for pound list. For me, Terence Crawford is the king.
Yeah,
number one,
hands down.
Because what he's done throughout those divisions and do something that's never done in history.
Twice in the 4 belt era.
No, but I'm talking about welterweight.
Yeah, it's
never done in that division at all.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, undisputed 2 weight classes.
Yeah, but the welterweight, that's like a division that nobody totally dominates.
Yeah,
do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody. What he did,
yeah.
That usually welterweight is the division you go from to do it in like super middleweight and middleweight and whatever.
Yeah.
To do what he did in welterweight,
it's very competitive.
Yeah,
there's a lot of men,
and it's stacked. It's still stacked now because there's a lot of people that want to fight him.
Listen, welterweight is that the average men that are athletes can make welterweight. It's a lot of human. Like if you check BoxRec, a majority of boxers are in the welterweight division. The BoxRec is welterweight. The original 5 divisions, just for people that just want some homework, is lightweight. It's lightweight. There's the original 5: lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavy, and heavyweight. Every other weight division that you see now is a created catch weight division that they gave to people that were people like Sugar Ray Leonard that were like superstars. They didn't want to go to light heavy, but they were still super middle. I mean, they were still middle, so they're like, all right, let's create the super middle. And likewise for a cruiserweight, and likewise for featherweight, and all these other bantamweights, and all these ain't old divisions. Whereas the welterweight is old, as in the welterweight goes back to like ancient times, and it's a very contested division. It's one of the best. It's the premier marquee division of boxing, and for you to do that, I think obviously he's gonna have competition because when Inoue comes up, Inoue apparently they want him to fight Pacquiao. I'm not really looking forward to that. Pacquiao could still beat him, to be fair though, but Inoue basically needs a dance. And I was telling one of my coaches, I said, listen, Inoue's problem isn't that he's not good enough. He's very good. He's up there. He's one of the best.
It's the competition.
It's the competition. You need a dance partner. Crawford had that. Canelo even has that problem right now. Canelo, technically his dance partner should be better Biev than Bivol, but unfortunately them men are so good.
And they're so big as well.
They're so big and good. But Canelo has put his hat in the ring, and now I'm saying, Canelo, after you finish off with Charlo and you go back to light heavyweight and prove to me you're that guy, because that's your division now. You need to take out better Biev and Bivol for man to be like, you're above Crawford. It's an unfortunate game. Crawford done it. He went two weight classes to come take them out. I know Canelo went up more than that. I can't lie. Light middle to light heavy is a mazza. But the competition levels are such that Crawford has beat his Bivol in Spence. Spence is actually more decorated in reality than Bivol and Better Biev. I'll be real with you, just for the fact that he's just had
even
more
the resume.
The resume, and not even just the resume. Let me, because sometimes you only have so many people, but the skill, the eye test. I mean, the guy looks good, man. I can't deny it. But Biev looks good as well. So does them. You get me? These are all good fighters. I'm just screaming that right now, top pound for pound right now is Crawford, and without the resume and without the skills, you've unified two divisions. Everyone's following your steps. You were the first in this era to unify, to become undisputed. You're the first. Then everyone, then it was Usyk. Now you're the first to do it twice. And now you're doing it the first so many times. I have to give you the crown.
No, it's the third time because Usyk's done it already.
No.
Oh, Usyk hasn't done it. You're right.
No, Usyk has cruiserweight. At cruiserweight, he's only done one. Inoue's done one as well. So everyone that right now is at the top 5 pound for pound. I see a lot of people's pound for pound and they got Shakur. You should slap yourself. You're sad. Shakur will be there one day, but he's not there now. Don't kill yourself.
I saw that. And I was like,
people are just they've lost their mind. Listen, all the undisputeds are all top 5. Canelo undisputed at super middle. Inoue, I think undisputed at like super bantamweight. When he beat Nonito Donaire. What's his name? Devin undisputed at lightweight. Who was the Usyk undisputed at cruiserweight, and obviously Crawford undisputed at lightweight. But Crawford now, for him to be the top boy, what's he done? He's done it twice at 2 different divisions. So now Crawford's almost set a pedigree where it's like you're following my steps to boxing world, and moving forward, the history of boxing. Within the 4-belt era, and if they make it a 10-belt era, if they make it a 6-belt era, they bring it back down to a 2-belt, everyone's going to say, for man to be compared to the greats, it's not enough to have multiple weight divisions. Broner done that. Bearman have done that. It's now to clean the division. The cleaner has to be, it has to come like Mr. Muscle, spotless. Nothing on there, no marks.
Okay, cool. I think one thing we do definitely have to mention, there's some good news. Benn, he's been cleared by the UCAD. So drug investigation. I think it's very important that us as boxing reporters, we have to give the same energy we gave when it was under allegations to now that he's officially clear. I'm happy to see Benn box again. I look forward to it. I think it'll be great. I don't want to see the Chris Eubank fight. I really want him to start competing.
What, Liam Smith, you don't see it?
Huh? I don't care, man.
Oh, you're talking about Conor Benn against Liam.
That
was garbage.
I want to see him starting to raise his ranks through welterweight division.
Why not? It's a fun division.
You know what I mean? And now that everything's cleared, I'm happy now. The eggs will be in order. Let's just make it happen. So, cool. So, we'll leave it on that note. Congratulations to Crawford, the king, the pound for pound king.
Best boxer. You don't know what good boxing looks like? Just watch a Crawford fight.
Let me even try look for a celebration. Okay. I tried to make this work, but it didn't work. So, but
technicals, it gets
technical
techie.
issues. But congratulations to Crawford. He's done well. And that's it. It's me, Malik, my guy Toks.
Much love.
We're done. What's in the Mandem? Peace.